The duel. Even the sea breeze died. Nothing moved. The armies were still. Paris wore greaves to protect his legs and a bronze breastplate. His sword had a silver-studded handle, and his shield a bronze boss in the center. His gilded helmet had a bright red horsehair crest. Carefully, he chose a spear weighted and a balance for his hand. Menelaus, who loved to wage battle, stood at his mark. The troops sat spellbound as the two men squared up to one another. The signal was given, and the battle began. Paris hurled his long-shadowed spear. It fell, deflected by Menelaus' shield, or perhaps by one of the interfering gods. Menelaus balanced his spear, praying to the mighty Zeus to be revenged for the unkind way Paris had treated him. He hurled his spear with such force it pierced Paris' shield, tore through his armor, and even ripped the tunic underneath. It drew blood from Paris' thigh. Menelaus followed the hurtling spear into a close attack with his silver-mounted sword. He swung hard against the ridge of Paris' helmet. The sword shattered from the power of the blow and left Menelaus at the mercy of his Trojan opponent. The soldiers roared, both fighters on. Fast as thought, Menelaus flung himself onto the younger man and grasped the high-manned helmet by the rim. The bronze helmet was held in place by a chin strap. Menelaus pulled harder and harder on the helmet. He began to swing his opponent, who was choking as the strap cut deeper and deeper into his throat. Menelaus edged back, pulling Paris, who was grasping to drag in air. Menelaus leaned back against the weight of the younger man and twisted his helmet. Paris lost his footing. Mighty Menelaus started to spin as if he was throwing a discus, still holding the helmet by its rim. Had it not been for Aphrodite's speed, Paris would surely have been strangled to death. The goddess snapped the leather, and the helmet came free. Menelaus threw it into the Greek lines, picked up the bronze spear, and lunged at Paris once again. But Aphrodite's favorite vanished into the dust, raised by the struggle. Some say the goddess conjured up a mist from the sea to protect Paris. The fact is that he hurried back through the Trojan lines and the city gates to his home. Helen turned away, now afraid of her fate. King Agamemnon proclaimed that the Greek hero had won. The oaths were made before you, and all the sacrifices to the gods that sanctified those oaths say that Helen and all of her wealth must be given back to us. The men cheered his words. The High King had spoken.